Welcome to SSLC Second Language English online class. I request you to confirm on clarity of video as well as audio and kindly forward this live link to friends and known contacts. They can join and they can also let benefited from this uh, live class. Please confirm on clarity of video as well as audio. Good evening. Good evening, all of you. Hmm. Hi, hi, hi. Good evening. We'll just wait for a minute. Let others join. Okay. Thanks for confirming, Chandana. Both audio and video are clear. Hi, hi. Sai Charan is joined. Sai Charan. We'll wait for a minute or so. Then we'll begin. Shravan Kumar. Good evening, Shravan. Good evening. I may not be, what do you say, even saying a single word in Kannada. That much is damn sure. I will be like uh, monolingual throughout the session. Whether Shravant, okay, Shravant, good evening. Hmm. Okay, I think will move on. Let's not waste our time. We are already about. Oh, oh, good evening, Arshita. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, kindly share this link and ask your. We are already like 3 minutes into live session. Video blurs are. Check your internet connection. So if you have what do you say, the net connection is not up to mark, then you will have these chances of getting a video not clear. Maybe you can sit in a place where there is proper internet connection. Okay, so let's begin, not to waste our time. See, that objective of today live class is very simple. Students, as they are approaching examination very close, they will be thinking about there is a lot of syllabus, and they will be worried about all the subjects, all six subjects, and they feel like huge amount of burden on their head. It is sometimes because of overthinking, thinking about each and every subject, each and every concept. They are tired actually, they are frustrated, and sometimes they are expected to become little bit depressed and demotivated. Mm, okay, so in order to overcome this over workload and to manage your emotions, to remain cool and calm, and to remain positive and stay focused, I'm just discussing about few methods. Kindly follow all the things. Wherever you are not clear, wherever you are not understanding something, I request you to comment and say what where you need clarification. I will clarify surely. Okay, let's move on. The entire objective of this live class would be like helping the students to recall and make them very easy to remember. What do you say? All the syllabus of second language English. Second language English. I'm not discussing about other subjects. In this class only second language English we will be focusing. Okay, I hope we are clear about the intention and objective of this live class. Okay, shall we proceed with this introductory words? Yes, let's move on. I hope we are all aware about the, what do you say, weightage of marks, or weightage of content, like how much is the weightage for each content in the textbook. Okay, I'm just explaining. Maybe you can make a note of it, or try to remember. uh, uh, to all the 8 lessons, or 8 prosa, 20 marks are 20 is the weightage. 20 marks are allotted to the prose or lessons. And for all the 8 poems, for all the 8 poems, 16 marks is the weightage. Then for 4 supplementary reading, 4 marks is the weightage. So in brief, lessons, poems, as well as supplementary reading, 40 marks allotted. So this is part A. Let's consider part A, where you have 40 marks allotted to all 8 lessons, 8 poems, and 4 supplementary reading. Then there is other part, so where grammar and vocabulary is asked for 16 marks. Grammar and vocabulary for about 16 marks is the weightage. And comprehension and composition 24 marks. So that another part which is related to grammar and vocabulary, comprehension and composition, 24 marks, that is 40 marks. So 40 marks from lessons, poems, and supplementary reading, and grammar and vocabulary, comprehension, composition, 40 marks, total 80 marks. I hope I'm making some sense. Are we clear about this much? Are we clear? I think it is very simple, everyone will be knowing. And please remember, uh, there is also, what do you say, weightage to difficulty level also. There is a weightage related to difficulty level. How much marks should be allotted to easy? See, there will be like out of 80 marks, 30% of marks, which means close to 24 marks, not close, exactly 24 marks, easy questions will be there. 24 marks easy. And 50%, which means 40 marks, 40 marks will be like average kind of questions will be there. And 20%, that is equal to 16 marks, difficult. I'm repeating, easy 24 marks, average 40 marks, and difficult 16 marks, total 80 marks. So this is weightage to difficulty level. I told you about weightage to content. How much is weightage for each type of content, and what is the weightage to the difficulty level also I have told you. I hope we are clear about it. And what about cognition levels weightage? Weightage to cognition levels. What are the things they are actually testing in the examination? Please listen, concentrate and listen. So 10% of remembering, which means 8 marks will be like remembering, recalling related questions will be asked. And comprehension, whether the student is understanding, reading something, and reading something, understanding and expressing in his own or her words, that will be for 40%, which means 32 marks related to comprehension. And expression, so whatever student is thinking related to lessons, prose, and vocabulary, all these things, does the student is capable of expressing in English language? He or she is capable of expressing that in second language English. So that will be for about 36 marks, your expression capacity will be tested. And appreciation is very little weightage is there. 4 marks appreciation will be there. Okay, so this is like 4 areas related to cognition. Remembering 8 marks, comprehension 32 marks, expression 36 marks, and appreciation is about marks. Total 80 marks. Are we clear? People are one by one like logging out, or something is going wrong. Are we clear? Now, is there any issue with net connection? Is there any issue, or am I okay, or everything is fine? Because number of participants is getting reduced. Hence I am saying, are we okay? Are we okay? Now I told you three things: weightage related to content, weightage related to difficulty level, then weightage related to cognition levels, weightage related to cognition levels. Are we clear? Are we clear? Okay, okay. So let's move on. You want me to tell about weightage to type of questions? If you want, I can tell that also. Weightage to type of questions. What is the weightage for each kind of question? What type of questions, and how many marks are allotted? If you want, I can tell. Otherwise, we can proceed with this recalling thing. Okay, I think it is not needed. Let's move on. Everything is fine, sir. Let's move on. Okay. Now, let's think about lessons, poems, and supplementary reading. Lessons, poems, and supplementary reading. How do we recall this entire syllabus? What to do? What as a student I have to do on a daily basis or once in a weekly basis? What is the strategy uh, to be accompanied with this whole lot of syllabus of second language English? Okay, let me explain very clearly. First, you need to have this idea. It is called as a very interesting thing. Overview of a textbook. I'm just saying a simple word. Overview of a textbook. Okay. So in this method, being a student, are you aware about all the lessons names and poem names? All 8 lesson names, 8 poem names, and 4 supplementary reading names. Are you aware about all this? All the 8 at 16, 16 plus 4. Are you aware about all these 20 odd titles? Titles are, what do you say, names, lesson names, poem names, and supplementary reading names. Are you aware about each and everything? If you say yes, then I can proceed. If you are not aware about all these 20 odd names, then I can clearly say we don't have clear overview about the textbook. I'm just speaking about lessons, poems, and supplementary reading part. Are you aware about the names of all these 20 odd? Are we aware? If yes, if you don't know, then try to remember the names. Try to recall the names. First strategy. Sir, okay, sir. I know each and sir, tell the difficult questions, sir. Okay, concentrate. I will tell you all the things. I will tell you. Not difficult questions. I will tell you all the most expected questions. Nothing to be worried. Concentrate. Now, this method has been told to students already. Few of them are following, and few of them are not following. One thing is knowing the names of lessons, poems, and supplementary reading. Once it is done, we have to be little bit focused on prose and poems. Prose and poems. You must know the lesson name and its author or a poet. If it is a lesson, you must know the lesson name and its respective author or writer. Are you aware about it? All the 8 lesson names, make a note of it, and cross check whether you are aware about author names for all these 8 lessons. Next thing, Note down all the 8 poems names starting from the first poem. Which is the first poem in second language English? Second, at least out of this 10 or 15 people, can anyone say the first poem name? Nobody is saying, or you are searching in the textbook now? How it is? So do you know all the names of all the 8 poems? Cross check. If you know the names of all the 8 poems, then write the uh, poet name next to that poems. Okay. Now, Grandma Claims a Tree. Very good. It is written by Ruskin Bond. Okay. Once lesson name and author name, poem name and poet name is written. Once it is done, what you have to do is you need to find out. Important characters which appears in a particular prose and particular poem. Name of the characters. Example, let's take first lesson, a hero. Which are the characters appears in this lesson? Example, Swami, Swami's father, Swami's mother, grandma, burglar. Are you aware about the characters in all the lessons like this? And characters in the poems, all the 8 poems? Once you are aware about these character names of lessons and poems, I am damn sure it is like equivalent to 8 marks. If not, what do you say? Confirm, but 8 marks it is equal to. Whatever extract is appeared, if you just have an idea about from which poem or which lesson is this extract is, you will have a maximum of 8 characters to 2 characters. Within that name, you can select. 100% you can select. For example, there is an extract asked from off to outer space tomorrow morning. Off to outer space tomorrow morning. Now, who is the which are the characters in this poem? Can anyone tell? Characters from off to outer space tomorrow morning poem. I'm waiting for your answers. Hurry up. Now, if any extract is asked from that particular poem, you need to choose from those characters only. First and second question related to extracts. That will be question number 27 to 30. From poems, it will be 100%. 30th extract will be from poem only. So you need to see those characters, and within that characters, the question will be asked. I am waiting. Can anyone tell this? The characters which are there in after outer space tomorrow morning. Nobody is telling. Waiting for your answers, please. Is everything is fine or something is wrong? So there is a person called poet Nicholson, Norman Nicholson, if I am not wrong. He is the poet. Everything is told by him only. Whatever line is asked from that what is that poem, you just have to mention his name. Or sir, I am not good in spellings of that poet, sir. Just write as poet. I am the land, Marina di Belagente. Or if you don't know the spelling, just mention as there poet and land. These are the 2 speakers. Now see the idea how I'm thinking. You need to simplify the burden on your head. You need to simplify the burden on your head. Once it is done, you will be excellent person. You can do wonders. Once it is done, sir, yes sir, I am fine with the names of all the lessons and poems and authors of lessons as well as poets of poems. I am also aware about the characters from each lesson and each poem. Once this is done in your head, 50% of confusion is over related to lessons and poems, my dear students. This is how I think. This is how I think. Now, once it is done, sir, what is the next process? So, am I capable of recalling at least a dialogue of each character, at least single dialogue of each character from most expected what do you say, lessons where extract will be asked. So extracts will be asked from the things which I will be telling now. A hero, there is a girl by the track, then discovery lesson, and sometimes from the concert, colors of silence. But among these five, if I want to choose, I will go for there is a girl by track, and discovery, important, a hero. From these three, there will be top chances of asking first three extracts. As far as my understanding and previous question paper, if you look at it, these are all the lessons where extracts will be most number of times asked is. Okay, so for support purpose, you need to look at the concert a little bit. Concert also you need to little bit. Then from poems, I would say this time the extract will be asked from up to outer space tomorrow morning only. I'm once again telling 30th extract will be asked from up to outer space tomorrow morning, that poem only. If it is missed, if it is missed, there are chances asking from a ballad of the tempest. Ballad of the tempest. These two lessons you need to have a very good clarity. Sir, if that is also missed, then read I Am the Land. Speakers are very less from these three poems. From Ballad of the Tempest, only three characters. One is Captain and his maiden daughter, Captain daughter, and all the sailors. Three characters. And I Am the Land also only two characters. Land, poet, only two characters. Very simple. I told you about Up to Outer Space. There are also only two characters. Poet or Norman Nicholson. Only two characters. This much, if you remember, one extract problem is solved. One extract farm problem is solved. Now let's move on. Let's move on. You need to find out a dialogue from each character. A dialogue from each character. Are you capable of knowing at least a single dialogue of each character from all the lessons and all the poems? This is the next step. Sir, yes, sir, I am aware about it, sir. Then most of the time, there will be only single dialogues to many people, many characters. You will be like a number of characters will be reducing as you keep on what do you say, adding information. The number of characters will be reducing. Then see, let's move on. For example, we are lost. This is the only dialogue which the captain in the poem Ballad of the Tempest has only one dialogue. That's it. No more dialogues for him. Then there are cases where the characters has two dialogues. Two dialogues. For example, you take Swami's mother. She says, "Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me? I hardly know anything about that boy. Now only your mother is spoiling him." Something she says in the poem. And uh, there is one more dialogue. Only two dialogues per hour. Like this, you need to have the clarity of dialogues. Maybe I would suggest add a dialogue from these lessons and poem once in 3 days. That much is enough, not more than that. You just have three what do you say, 3 to 4 dialogues per day. 3 to 4 dialogues per day sufficient, not more than it is not needed. Let's move on. Sir, now I am okay, I am following this pattern. Now I am also adding extracts, sir. Dialogues I am practicing. What about question answer, sir? Most of the time this is the very very difficult area, what people feel it very sad. Okay, my dear students, uh, as far as questions concern, I think you are already aware about these questions, from where it is asked and from which area it is asked. Kindly concentrate and listen to this. Okay, now there will be like 7 2 marks questions. Out of this 7 2-mark questions, as you are aware, uh, closely about first five first five questions. Example, say for example, what is this? Um, Not five, four. If I am not wrong, question number 18 to 21, 18 to 21. All these four questions will be from prose only, and there will be one question from poem and two question from the supplementary reading. So in order to address these 2-mark questions, and there will be only 2 3-mark questions. I think you are aware about it. Only 2 3-mark questions and one summary. Only this is the area which you are worried about. See how much simple it is. There will be only one summary which you need to be focused. Just go for grandma claims a tree as a top priority. Other than that, you just need to have a backup. Just go for the Song of India. The Song of India. From these two is fine. This is for summary. Other than this, some one question is over, 4 marks. Then 3-mark questions, that will be like question number 25 and 26. Where here one is from lesson and one is from a poem. 25th question will be from a lesson and 26th question will be from the prose, poem. 25th will be from a lesson and 26th will be from a poem. Only 2 3-mark questions will be asked. Now think this angle, sir. There are closely about 8 poems, sir. How to do, sir? What is the strategy, sir? Now wherever there is memorization poems, from there 3-mark question will not be asked. Now see, I'm telling Quality of Mercy, The Blind Boy, and Ballad of the Tempest. Here you no need to prepare for any 3-mark question. You just keep it aside. You no need to prepare for any 3-mark question. That is one thing. Sir, then poems which are asked for a summary, their 2-mark question will not be asked. Maximum of the time, maximum number of time, from poems where summary is asked, this question, 3-mark question, will not be asked. For example, grandma claims a tree, and you have what is this? Mm, the Song of India. From here, there is less chances of asking a 3-mark question. Now see this. Closely about 5 lessons, 5 poems I am removed for 3 marks. There is only 3 poems where you need to prepare for 3-mark question. One is a jazz poem to I am the land, and there is one more lesson. I am not getting it right now. From that lesson, 3-mark question will be asked. Then, sir, 2-mark question, from where it is asked? Definitely from jazz poem 2. Jazz poem 2, it will be asked. I would suggest kindly practice a summary of 5 poems. Sir, why, sir, 5 poems summary? If the question is something different which you are not aware about it. So in those cases, you can write that summary for 2 marks as well as 3 marks. You will be given, if not all 3 marks, at least 2 marks will be awarded. This much I can tell you confidently. Okay. Am I making some sense? Am I making some sense? Am I making some sense? From poems, only one 3-mark question and one 2-mark question and one summary will be asked. Now that much you need to focus. Now this is related to what do you say, poems, this thing. From lessons, I would say, like kindly understand the entire story has to be understood and expressed in your own words. Most of the time, you are busy with memorizing question answers, by hearting question answers. This is the problem, greatest disaster to this nation as well as to the mankind and as well as human beings, is memorization, which will make mind not to function up to its fullest capacity. Mind will not function to up to maximum potential. To follow the method of memorization, don't follow the memorization method. Kindly understand the lesson, maybe in regional language Kannada you may be knowing the story, then kindly follow the grammatical rules of the uh, sentences and express in your own words. For this, I would suggest the student who knows the tenses table, which I had been telling to the children most of the time. If you know that tenses table is sufficient to express answers in English for all the lessons. Only thing is you must be knowing the story in and understanding. Sir, not attended class. I was absent to many classes. What should I do? Means you need to read the lesson completely and understand. Don't memorize. Understand the story. Understand the story and express in your own words. In your own words, without making any grammatical errors. Right. That is the best method to handle all the lessons question answers. Even related to poems, you need to have this support of tenses. Tenses support is mandatory. Tenses support is there, then you can do the wonders. Sometimes you need to have a little bit of knowledge about indirect speech or reported speech. Tenses, reported speech is sufficient to express your what do you say answers. There is nothing is needed. Once again there is connection problem. People are number of people are what do you say reducing. I think there is issue related to internet. Let's move on. Let's move on. Now the major challenge is related to grammar. The other part, how to handle this grammar part, sir. I am facing problem, sir. I have a problem, sir. I request kindly kindly I request daily you spare 40 minutes, exactly 40 minutes to recall different grammar concepts with an example. One example is enough. For example, syllables, most famous question. Syllables. School, this is the word, has how many syllables? Can someone answer? School has how many syllables? Nobody is answering. School has how many? This word school has how many syllables? How many syllables? Nobody is answering. Something wrong? Are you able to chat? Are you able to type? Or something is problematic? Oh, okay, okay. One syllable. Very good, very good. Now, kindly keep the note of all the grammar aspects from where the questions are asked. Example, syllables. Now, daily you need to have a thinking on the syllables for about 60 seconds. Maybe take any new 5 words and think whether you are having the clarity of these syllables or not. Okay, okay. Similar fashion, you need to have a glance on all these grammar points. 1 minute, 60 seconds. Example, dash, sun set in dash west. Kindly fill with the proper article. Dash sun set in dash west. Okay, I got the answer. Okay. Now someone is saying the sun. Okay. Since sun is a unique thing, we in front of all the unique things, we need to use a definite article. Then when it is something is related to group of something, you need to use the. Then when the things which are known to the listener, the definite article. And musical instruments, definite article. And then plural form, plural forms, you need to focus on this definite article. And when you have just you need to think the concept in that given 60 seconds. In given that 60 seconds, you need to recall this concept. When a is used, when consonant sound is prominent in the next word, you will use a. When vowel sound is prominent, not vowel letter, vowel sound is prominent, you will use an. See, finished. 1 minute time is over related to articles. Then question tags, spend 1 minute. Okay, if a statement or given sentence is positive, question tag will be negative. Okay, then vice versa. If statement is negative, question tag will be positive. Then what is the structure of question tag? For a positive statement, question tag will be like there will be helping verb and negative form not, and there will be pronoun and question mark. This is the structure. For a negative sentence, what will be the question tag format? There will be helping verb, there will be no negative form, and there will be pronoun and ending with question tag. See, 1 minute is done related to question tag. You need to spend 1 minute, and if possible, see one or two examples. See one or two examples, any paper for that matter, whether it is whatever district or board papers, whatever it is, just have a glance. Concept has to be recalled in the mind, and concept has to be recalled in the mind, and examples are cross checked. Okay, next thing, you need to what do you say, spend about 4 minutes time, minimum 4 minutes time on identifying parts of speech. Identifying parts of speech. Take up any 5 sentences from a summary, or from a newspaper or your textbook, wherever it is. Better go from your textbook. Try to identify parts of speech, all 8 parts of speech. Try to identify by kindly write the sentence and identify parts of speech. I would suggest try to find out adjective, adverb, verb, and noun. This is the famous area where they will ask adverb, adjective, verb, noun. Rare cases pronoun. From this, kindly don't ignore other three. Linker also important. Linker or conjunction, interjection is also important. Preposition also important. Okay, don't ignore. Try to mark these 8 parts of speech, and it is equal to about 7 to 8 marks. 7 to 8 marks will cover by doing this simple activity of writing down or finding out any 5 sentences from the textbook and identifying parts of speech. That activity you need to follow. And whenever you are listening to someone, say for example, now I'm expressing my ideas, I'm speaking, you need to have the clarity. You need to have the clarity. Just for example, I'm introducing, I am a student, I'm a student. So what are the parts of speech? I, pronoun, am helping verb, a article, student is a noun. See this logic. See the logic. Kindly try to find out parts of speech in any 5 sentences, and spend 5 to 6 minutes daily. 5 to 6 minutes daily on parts of speech. It will cover all these. Most probably, second main do as directed will be covered by this activity closely. About 12 marks it will be there. It will help you a lot. I told you, kindly recall tenses table. Don't forget, it is your Bible. And practice what do you say, at least an example and concept for about 1 minute related to each and every topic, that you should do it. And degrees of comparison. Degrees of comparison, maybe you can spare about 2 minutes. That will be asked for sure. And I don't think you have any problem related to finding out this infinitive, that everyone will do it easily. Easy things also don't ignore. Spend less time, but recall. Recalling method will make you comfortable and make you more successful and more confident. I don't want you to read lump sum of information and forget. Read very less, but be confident and make sure it is available in your this textbook notebook, not in the what do you say physical notebook which you write. That will be there every time, but it has to reach here. ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 60 days ಯಾರ್, 60 ದಿವಸ ಇದೆ. ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಈ ಥರ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ಗಳು ಒಂದು 10 ದಿವಸಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು 10 ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಬರೆದ್ಬೋದು. ಈಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಔಟ್ ತೆಗಿಬೋದು. 6 ದಿವಸ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ ಎನಫ್. ಬಟ್ ದ ಮೆಥಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ memorization. That is the problem. Sir, only this much. Yes. Every day, think about a concept and spend a minute related to grammar and see some examples, 1 or 2 examples. Identify parts of speech. Spend 5 minutes. Have a look at the tenses table. Tenses table. I am giving an example. Kindly tell me which tense it is. I will have been visit to this place tomorrow. I will have been visit to this place tomorrow. Now what tense it is? You need to have just 12 sentences. It will take not more than 4 minutes here. Within 4 minutes you can recall all these 12 tenses, whatever is there. Okay, I'm waiting for answer. Future perfect continuous tense. Fantastic. Future perfect continuous tense is correct. Future perfect tense means there will be only will have, will be there. I also told I will have been also I told. So been is then there means it will be like a fourth form, that is perfect continuous form. Since it is like will is there, will have is there, it is future perfect continuous tense. Do you have the time of 4 minutes to each tense form? You need to spare that much. Now each and every second you need to think. I am telling you, you need to think like this. Now I am receiving many symbols. People are sending so many symbols. I don't know who is sending it. Send the symbols, that's okay. At the same time, try to listen to these things. These are all very simple, but in order to make someone strong mentally related to second language and to have sufficient knowledge and to face any sort of examination which is conducted either in India or outside India, anywhere in this world, anywhere in 193 countries, you will be confident enough and you will face all the challenges. This much I can challenge you, but please remain in this mindset. Don't erase the information whatever you have learned. In order to not to erase the information, it needs a kind of what do you say, devotion towards studies. That devotion is nothing but remembering words without getting frustrated. Remembering those words, those sentences, those rules, it is a fun. Your mind is like a knife. If you use it frequently, it become very sharp, and you can cut the vegetables or anything else very quickly. If you don't use it, knife will become blunt. You cannot cut properly. Mind is also like that. If you use very quickly, very often, in different way, it will be like sharp. If you don't use, it become blunt and you feel like bored. You don't use it. And it is an art. Of using your mind. Your mind is a good servant. if mind controls senses, if mind control senses, if senses control your mind, then if your mind controls senses, you will become a hero. If senses control your mind, you will become zero. Simple, everything is kept in this sentence. Please listen carefully. If mind controls senses, you will become hero. If senses control your mind, you will become zero. Simple. Senses are tend to go out. Senses are tend to motivate you. Senses are tend to demotivate you. During all those times, whether it is motivation or demotivation, whatever it is, mind has to balance. Mind should remain fresh 24 into 7. And your face will be having that light of shining. When someone look at you, someone look at your face, someone see the courage, your face will be like shining. That is possible when mind is used actively. If it is not used, so the most of the time people are like even they are like 16, 15 years age of age, they are looking like 45 or 60, 70 years old people, because mind is in so much of confusion. Okay. Now you can ask questions if you have anything, if you need any clarifications, I will clarify. Except essay also you can write generally, but thing is you should have clarity about the society. If you know the society very well, you can write any extract, sorry, any essay is asked in the examination. When you are not studied, when you are not aware about the society, you will feel difficult. When you know the basic rules of the language, you will write, you will write very easily. And most of the time to score marks in English, 60 marks, you no need to memorize anything. 60 marks, I am telling, nothing to be memorized except this activity what I am telling. 40 minutes of time, second language English, just to recall and retain. Recall and retain. Is there anything else? I am asking. If you have any questions, you can ask. No questions? I think we are closely we are closing about 50 odd minutes now. Uh, in case you have any doubts or any questions, please ask. Okay. People don't have any doubts. I think it is time to conclude our today's live class. Tomorrow we will have social science. Most probably we will be having important questions from a particular lesson. As usual, we will have some applicability level questions discussion, at least 20 questions. I will clear all lessons and poems, not including science and hope of survival, sir. Including science and hope of survival, sir. Why? What is the problem with science and hope of survival? Now they're asking extract is less chances. It is written by Killis Burrock, but there are some statements. Please concentrate. There is person called Frank Fresh. He has given some given a statement. Kindly have a look at that statement and accept that statement. Everywhere all the dialogues are told by this fellow, Killis Burrock. Okay, that's it. Now is can we say goodbye now? Because no one is asking anything. Why to waste time? Okay, I will wait. Okay, sir. I will wait maybe about another 2 3 seconds. If some okay, I think people don't have any doubts. Okay, all of you take care. Good night. See you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Bye.